And the Marine veteran accused in the chokehold death of a homeless man on a New York City subway is now free on bail after being arraigned in court. Daniel Penny pleaded not guilty to one count of second-degree manslaughter and another count of criminally negligent homicide in connection with the death of Jordan Neely. Senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky joins me now, along with ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer, for more on this. Aaron, what's the latest on this case?
Daniel Penny walked into a courtroom on the 13th floor of this building, Diane. He came in wearing a dark navy suit, white shirt, red tie, walking ramrod straight, as you might expect of a Marine veteran, took his place at the defense table and promptly entered a not guilty plea to 2 criminal counts, second-degree manslaughter and a lesser count of criminally negligent homicide, both of those returned by a grand jury a couple of weeks ago in an indictment. There were no other statements that Penny made in court. He's released on a $100,000 bond, and there are a few conditions, same as before after his initial arrest. But in court documents, the Penny's made some statements to police indicating that he felt Jordan Neely was a threat. Came onto the train, the F train in Manhattan, and started throwing things, Penny is quoted saying, telling police officers. That's when Penny decided to act, he says, on behalf of fellow passengers, put him in a chokehold that ultimately led to his death. And prosecutors made mention, Diane, that it's the duration of the chokehold that appears to have led to these criminal charges. Even after Penny stopped moving, prosecutors said in a court filing accompanying the indictment, Penny continued that chokehold until it was too late.
Now, Brian, Penny's attorneys say they're confident that he acted within the confines of the law. How do you think they're going to go about proving that in court?
Self-defense. I think that's the easiest and strongest argument that they have. Self-defense also affords the ability to protect a third party or someone else. So we've heard a number of Penny statements saying that Jordan Neely seemed to be aggressive towards the other patrons on the subway, and so he'll be able to claim that he's protecting them as well as himself. But the question of whether or not his actions were excessive is just going to be a difficult climb.
Now, a lot of this incident was caught on video. That's going to be a key piece of evidence in this case. Who do you think it helps more, though, the prosecution or the defense?
Right now, I think it helps the prosecution more because it gives us a timeline of the viewer being able to see when Jordan Neely is not moving anymore, and then the choke continues. Penny's got to explain why he continued that chokehold past the point of Neely no longer moving. If he can do that, the video is great for him. But if not, I think the prosecution has a better piece of evidence there.
So, Aaron, what are the next steps in this case?
Daniel Penny will return to this courthouse in October. That's the next hearing. And in the meantime, prosecutors today will start turning over evidence, including 911 calls, videotaped interviews with eyewitnesses that they took, the statements that Penny and others made to responding police officers on May 1st, the day that this happened. And here outside court, the defense attorney said they would be plotting their defense by appealing to subway riders. One of the defense attorneys said there's not a subway rider in Manhattan who hasn't experienced feeling threatened by someone who enters the train, and they're counting on that person to get onto the jury and find some reasonable doubt when it comes to these charges.
All right, Aaron Katersky, Brian Buckmeyer, thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.